Hi guys, and welcome to GISTUBE TV, your home for everything entertainment and trending news. Subscribe to this channel.
I had one of the biggest records in Nigeria titled Able God. So
sing it.
Able God, shower your blessings.
You sang it? Right.
Yeah, so I had one of the biggest records then. I was going for shows. Everything was just, sweet, Before you wake up, they've booked you, going for political shows, going for, they are paying you to do what you love to do. So then there was a lot of money, like I chop money, So, skip to 2020, I lost my record deal. I had an issue with my record label boss, and he was so mad, and he said I should leave the house. So I lost my deal, lost the house.
You became houseless?
Yes. I became homeless, like practically.
Wow. I don't want to say it that way,
Yeah. Like, and I'm the type of the gentle guy. I don't come out to talk on the internet. In fact, I don't even talk at all. So it was just inside of me. So 2020, I couldn't stay where I was staying before, like the area, because of the trauma. So I had to leave. Then I came to the island, and I was squatting with some of my friends.
You began to squat?
Yeah.
You began to squat, rather? You became a squatter?
Squat, better one, not squatter. Squatter away, you understand? So that time I was depressed because every now and then I was on flights to sleeping on the floor, like, just...
No, like sleeping on the floor?
Like, yes, not really on the floor, like,
The mattress on the floor? Or
mattress on the floor. No, practically I slept on the floor, not because there was no bed, but then nothing mattered to me again, like...
Wow.
I felt I'd lost
From
it.
able God to sleeping on the floor?
Yes.
My God.
So then I also had one relationship then. The breakfast was so hot that I landed in the hospital. So practically everything that mattered to me, were crumbling down to my eyes, from my relationship to my record deal to my finances. Wow. So then I was cutting one of my friends in I don't know, in one estate. Let me just, is Davido's former PA. So I was squatting with him, Maloma. Then the estate happens to be in front of a beach, in Elegushi. So one day I woke up around 6 a.m. Then I went to that beach. My mom, like...
And they began to call you?
I became kosoing, like, because I'm not used to begging anybody. I feel, I'm just used to doing my own things and being contented. Then I said something in front of that water. I said, God, all my life, I've never bowed to another God. And I started threatening God. I said, God, if I bow down to another God, now you Kosamu. And, in like 3 months, I was able to record some new songs. I was able to get my, my royalties. I got like 2 endorsement deals from some companies. Then I started getting some shows till I was able to get my own apartment, till I could get my properties. And, one thing I promised myself was that car that he took from me in that label, once I get money, I will buy that car. And to the glory of the God, I'm driving the car now. Thank you.
Popular Nigerian artist referred to as Chinko Ekun has experienced or explained how he became homeless, and he was depressed and almost wanted to kill himself. Yes, Nigerian singer Oladipo Emmanuel, who is also known as Chinko Ekun, has shared a story of how he became homeless and depressed back in 2020. How he suddenly went from being one of the the owner of one of the biggest hits in the country at the time, Able God, to him just dropping and nobody hearing nothing from him. He even told the story of how he went to the Elegushi beach one day and he thought to himself in Yoruba, Abekin Kosinwo Mini, translated to, should I just jump into the water? That was how bad things were for Chinko Ekun. And in this video, guys, I am going to shed more light on what Chinko Ekun said happened to him that pushed him to even go to that length, coming from the mentorship of Olamide Bado himself to, him wanting to jump into the water. It says a lot has happened to Chinko Ekun, but his hair is bouncing back, he's getting on his feet, he's doing well for himself. But what pushed him into that is what this video is going to be shedding more light on. So sit tight and enjoy this video. But before I continue, guys, if this is your first time here, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel. We post interesting content, celebrity lifestyle, things that will basically entertain you is what we do on this channel. We are your one post. Oh my goodness, what is that word now? We are where you come to for everything entertainment. Don't worry, we don't disappoint here. So subscribe to this channel, and not just that, I need you to click on the bell icon that is going to pop up once you subscribe to this channel. That is what is going to let you know when we have new updates for you. Share this video with everyone around you. You're going to love doing that because you're spreading the gospel, you're letting people, just have something great to look forward to every day, because we put videos out, every day for your viewing pleasure. I'm going to now continue the story, so sit tight and watch. Now, Chinko Ekun shared his testimony in a video shared by the lead pastor of Harvesters Church, Bolaji Idowu, via his Instagram account. Now, Chinko Ekun was signed to Olamide's record label, YBNL Yaobonu Laptop record label, like I mentioned. But he said that he lost that record deal back in 2020. Apparently, it wasn't like his contract, expired or anything. He had a fight, or Bado was angry with him. That is Olamide, the record label boss, was really angry with him that he ordered him to get out of the house. And, he was living in that house. So leaving the house meant he became homeless. He had nowhere to go. And also, they said that Chinko Ekun said he had to relinquish, drop all of the properties that he got from the company. So he had to drop the car, he had to drop, everything that he had in that place. And to make matters even, should I say worse now or interesting, and to just add to his misfortune, Chinko Ekun said in that period, his girlfriend also left him. And that, of course, sent him to the hospital because it was a little bit too much for him. So while the world was battling, COVID-19, the pandemic, and everybody was trying to stay home and be safe, Chinko Ekun was slowly losing his mind. Imagine all of that catastrophe happening at a point where, or at a time where you can't really say you want to go hang with somebody or you want to see somebody to face, because everybody, was trying to keep themselves safe and, not contract the virus and all of that. So yeah, Chinko Ekun was facing that. So in his own word, Chinko Ekun said that he actually became homeless and had to squat with one of his friends, Aloma, who is also a manager in Davido's crew, 30BG crew. According to him, he said, I'm going to just fast forward and tell you the most important, some of the important things that he said in that video, sharing his story and how God, has helped him. He said, skip to 2020. I lost my record deal. That is, he said that coming from somebody who sang Able God, one of the biggest, hits in the country at the moment. And Pastor Bolaji was like, what song was that? It was like Able God. And then he sang the song. And I'm like, oh, you were the one that sang it? And he was like, yeah, it was the one that sang it. And the audience, applauded him. He now went ahead to say that, skip to 2020, I lost my record deal. I had an issue with my record label boss. He was so mad and said that I should leave the house. I became homeless. He now went on to say that his girlfriend left him at the time, which landed him in a hospital bed, like I mentioned. He said the situation made him depressed to the point where he considered suicide, and that he went to Elegushi Beach in Lagos, where he demanded God change his situation. In his own words, I'm going to continue telling you what Chinko Ekun Tiger himself, who is a law graduate from the Obafemi Awolowo University, by the way, that he said. Chinko Ekun went ahead to say one day, I went to Elegushi Beach and thought to myself, I became besting Womini, should I jump into the water? I started threatening God that if I bow to another God, Naim Kosamo, He now went ahead to say that in like 3 months, like after 3 months after the incident actually, he said he got 2 endorsement deals that got him an apartment and bought the same car, the exact car that had been taken from him when he lost the previous endorsement deal. He continued by saying, this is what he said in his own word explaining the situation. He said, in like 3 months, I was able to record some new songs. I got 2 endorsement deals from some companies that I started getting some shows, so that I was able to get my new apartment and some properties. Now, if you're wondering what this is just Chinko Ekun talking about the good thing or the great thing that God did for him because it stayed on the side of God, courtesy of, I guess, Avesta's church. Just it was sharing that testimony basically in Avesta's church. So there must have been, some how should I put it now? There must have been some attachment or correlation to Avesta's church in that period, or maybe Pastor Bolajido himself in that period to his life. And in the comment section, everybody is saying, oh, for every success there is a story, thank God for your life. Chinedu is even saying, let's pretend we did not see the part where he said his girlfriend left him. I mean, that lady's maybe like a fair weather girlfriend. When the going was good, she was there, but the moment he had problems, she left him. And that was even one of the things that, according to him, pushed him to such a point that he thought about it, like he considered it. I mean, for you to even be able to consider wanting to unalive yourself, I think it means that you've gone through a lot of things. Mercy Ime is now saying, indeed, there's nothing God cannot do. I'm happy for your testimony. I'm happy for your testimony that's giving somebody hope. Or glory to God Almighty. Feishayo says, when the Lord returned the captivity of Zion, thank God for resurrection. Amadi says, around 2020, I was actually wishing to get what you have. Little did I know that you were homeless or more. This life, sha. Another person is saying, everybody is living it big, always has a very bad story to tell. Believe my brothers and sisters. Giving up is the baddest thing to think of when you're down and nobody is coming for you, but never forget Oluwa got your back. Damlola Olusoji says, I love the side that says his girlfriend Jack. Another person is saying, this is Christopher saying, mom, make I enter the next BRT to Ikate, make I threaten God for Elegushi Beach. You not give me updates now. I am just here praying humbly. Or yeah. Alilambo Morris Omoba now says, thank God for your life. God is real. No man can withstand God. This is how Chinko Ekun has shared the story of his resurrection. I mean, it's not ever addressed this publicly. This is the first time he's going to speak about it, because it just seemed like from Able God, we just did not hear from Chinko Tiger. Nobody heard from him anymore. Apparently, these are the things that he was going through. But we are grateful, we're glad that, of course, things are beginning to look okay for him, and it seems like everything is getting better for him. And we can only pray and hope that the money he makes, he invested wisely, and it just keeps getting up, and maybe someday he releases music and is topping the charts again. We'd love to see that for Chinko Ekun. In the comment section, guys, you can drop your opinions, drop your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Like I mentioned, subscribe to this channel, and if you've subscribed, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for coming again. Please always come back to this channel for everything entertainment, celebrity, lifestyle, and news. I'm going to see you in the next video, guys. Until then, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.